that point here. See there? Police and soldier all around me in the community. A quick step.
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode. So in the cockpit country, guys, Chief Currie, the leader of the Accompong Maroons, was listed as a person of interest yesterday, and he was supposed to turn himself into police by 10 a.m. Monday morning, according to reports.
What is the forestry department doing with mahogany? Solid mahogany. You know what this tree must have been? This is a solid mahogany tree, right? The forestry department is moving up. So when our people have a problem and we raise the problem, it is as if we're the obstruction. But when they're pilfering wood, forest, lumber, what is the forestry department doing with mahogany? Answer me that.
It's alleged that the forestry department went down to a community called Quick Step near the Accompong Maroon community and started removing these mahogany lumber pieces. Mainstream media alleged that Chief Richard Currie was listed as a person of interest following allegations that he barricaded 7 of the men working for the forestry. Reports also said that the JCF, JDF, and the fire department had to be deployed to remove debris from roadblocks. The Jamaica Constabulary Force posted a lengthy and threatening letter on their Facebook page. It says here, the Jamaica Constabulary Force is investigating the recent theft of mahogany lumber estimated to be of significant value from the forestry reserves near Accompong in St. Elizabeth. This illegal activity has not only resulted in substantial environmental and economic loss, but also endangered the lives and safety of state agents and the wider community. The Forestry Department, as a vital entity of the Jamaica state, serves as the guardian of the nation's natural resources, ensuring the sustainable management and protection of Jamaica's forests and biodiversity for current and future generations. On Friday, July 26, 2024, agents from the Forestry Department discovered and seized piles of illegally harvested mahogany lumber approximately 8 miles from Quick Step. Unfortunately, their efforts were obstructed by roadblocks and aggressive actions from unidentified individuals, culminating in the abduction and obstruction of these state agents. This blatant disregard for the law and the safety of public servants is intolerable. It is imperative to understand that these actions are criminal offenses against the state. The individuals responsible for these heinous acts will be identified and brought to justice. We are committed to ensuring the safety of the community and agents of the state as they carry out their lawful duties. A few hours ago, the Jamaica Observer reported that police withdrew their statement listing Accompong Maroon Chief Richard Currie as a person of interest, following the alleged barricading of 7 Forestry Department workers in Quick Step, St. Elizabeth, over the weekend. Here you see it says Currie not listed as person of interest after alleged clash with forestry workers. This is an update. He was supposed to turn himself in at 10 a.m. Monday morning today, and I don't know if he had an interview with the police or what happened, but this is the statement of withdrawal. After that, the Jamaica Gleaner reported that the police imposed a 48-hour curfew in Quick Step, St. Elizabeth and its environs as they probe the recent theft of lumber. This was the scene yesterday in Quick Step, St. Elizabeth. Listen to what the chief had to say.
Yeah, man, Maroon, man, point the camera upon it. Look. Yeah, we're not taking no injustice over here.
Something I go on, I'm going to update you upon it right now, yeah? Because I'm not going to hear a whole heap more after this. See? So, me know the community a Quick Step right now. Send out the live here, man. Send it out to everybody right now, because this will be one serious live. See, no joke. No joke. Send this out and send it to everybody. Right? Since it reached that point here, it reached that point here. See here? Police and soldier all around me in the community a Quick Step with there. right? Quick step with there. Again, problem over here, so we come over here to de-escalate a situation, and them now tell me, say, me have to go come down a station with them. So we not go hear about it today, because we there so, and the people them there so, we come to de-escalate, see them, more police come, everybody else come now, so we are going to find out what going on. We need to update you upon the long-standing issue that's been going on over here in Quick Step. Quick Step is a deep part of cockpit country to which there is a so-called forestry reserve. What has been going on with this forestry reserve situation is that it has been demarcated forestry reserve. However, people have been over the years deliberately lumbering from that area and taking the lumber out under the guise of forestry. You know, what is forestry doing with how much feet, thousands of feet of mahogany wood, right? The mahogany, right? One of the rarest species in the forest. Mahogany. What is the forestry department doing with mahogany? See, this is Superintendent Minto from Black River. We've had a very good relationship to the beginning of his term, right? Superintendent Minto has expressed he has zero regard for neither the history, the law, nor the forest, because they're prepared to facilitate the pilferage of mahogany from cockpit country and telling the world that the Maroons are lumbering. These are the people who are lumbering, and these are the coverts and agents who facilitate the lumbering of cockpit country. So when them can't take enough, and when the people of cockpit country stand up and decide to make a stance, it's a bad man pose. Them say me have to come down today now. Them say me have to come down today. Them don't know say me come over here to de-escalate, but they're escalating it. We are doing what we need to do as leaders in our communities to de-escalate and manage situations. But when we're met with ignorance, arrogance, and total disrespect, it is hard to contain the people, because the people are going to speak for their chief. And the people are going to speak for their rights. So if Superintendent Minto was sent by someone else than who was given that authority to execute the law, right? And I'm not talking some quasi-law or some backbush law. Somebody needs to inform Superintendent Minto about the rights of indigenous people, about the Maroons of cockpit country, about the protection of the so-called forestry zone, that they themselves are assisting persons to take lumber out of Quick Step, right, and profit from it. People in Quick Step don't have no light, them don't have no food, them don't have no water, right? And they come here, right? See them? When you see them lining up. And me them say them know what them ready for now. You see them? But them don't know what mistake they're making. Because I'm saying to them, I am here to de-escalate, not escalate. But every day I'm going to take away to find a way to turn me into the criminal. To turn me into the object of an abuse and an oppression. It done. It done. It done. We have been lobbying for conversations and dialogue with this government for so long. A government that does not respect its indigenous people. A government that does not respect human rights. A government that does not give any regard for the people it's supposed to be looking after and saying that we are all Jamaicans. We do not subscribe to chattel behavior and chattel treatment. Maroons are free people, and all we've been seeking is dialogue and understanding. But instead, what we keep facing is agents of the state coming into our territory to oppress our people, and other agents of the state being used to facilitate their wrongdoings and their fraud. So I came over here to bring peace and to help them to escape this problem. And they're now putting me as the person caught in the problem. This is going to be a hard and long one, you know. This is going to be a hard and long one. So we are going to there for as long as we need for there to see what will happen. We bring with Starlink over Quick Step people, them now have no connection. Look how much people there on them phone. See them? Look on the people them. Right? But no, see what them bring coming a Quick Step here. See what them bring coming a Quick Step here. See what them bring coming a Quick Step here. Yeah? This is what it is. Right? This is what it is. We are defending our rights, our indigenous rights. The Maroons of Quick Step need to be respected. What is the forestry department doing with mahogany? A truckload of mahogany been taken out of cockpit country. There's a stamp that should stamp all lumber leaving these forest lands. The police are telling me they don't know that law. There are 2 stamps on this island. Forestry department has one and the Maroons have one. Let me show it to you. Where's the stamp? Look up there if you see the stamp. Oh, take a picture on board. Let me show you the stamp. I want the stamp. Let me say this to you, Jamaica. Let me say this to you. For so long that we've been petitioning and trying to get this government to come to terms to dialogue with a compound. Chief Currie is here standing and fighting for the rights of the Maroons and the people of cockpit country. And we will not back down, no matter what force or intimidation you bring. We came here to resolve this issue, and we're being made to seem like criminals. We're going to post additional information on this. We're going to post additional information on this. See them here? They're surrounding the bus. This is the bus for the Accompong Maroons, right? Registered in the name of the sovereign state of Accompong, yes, under their government entity, right? And we are here standing to defend the rights of the people, and the superintendent is telling me that I'm going to have to come down. That's not what we're here for. We're here for constructive dialogue. Don't tell me that you don't care about indigenous and you don't care about treaty. It is reflecting in your government that you all don't have any respect for the indigenous people of the island. So you don't need to tell me that, Superintendent Minto. You don't need to tell me that, Superintendent Minto. It is showing your whole disposition. Everything you say and do tells that you have no regard for the people of cockpit country, Accompong, or any other Maroon districts. So your ignorance to the law is not an excuse to the law, sir. Your ignorance to the law is not an excuse to the law. And the people who you have continuously gone after are those who you said who have broken the law. If you have broken the law, so here we are. So they're forcing to come inside now, right? Oh no, what are we going to do? We're going to go down? Yeah, we're going to go down. Let's go. We're not going to create another scene for me. Watch this. Listen, you see everything you want to see happen here, so we're not going to hear more. Remember me telling you that. We're going to stay. Yo. We are going to stay. Lock off that. No, hold on. The connection is up, right? Hold on. Yeah, leave that there. Listen. No, man. We are going to do what is right and right by the people. You see me today? Me I stand up for my people and me I stand up for your rights a cockpit country. Because you know now go come and think you can pilfer this and thief this and coerce and oppress the people without them knowing them rights and try to create this situation of tension that need not exist. Listen. You know what? Listen. Yo, peace be unto you here. We're there and we're going to hold it. Bless up. Love you now.
My advice to the government of Jamaica is to have dialogue with the Accompong Maroon community and their leaders. I have noticed since 2019, I attended the first protest held in Albertown, Trelawney, when the Maroon community and the cockpit community stood up against mining, right? And ever since then, I noticed there is a level of hostility and also ignoring the Maroon community and their representatives. I am calling on Andrew Holness and Babsy Grange to have a meeting and a dialogue with the Accompong community and their leaders. We have not seen one photograph with Andrew Holness as the Prime Minister of Jamaica in meeting and conversation with the duly elected Accompong leaders. And this is not good. It not look good. From the diaspora, we are looking on, and it seems that there is a level of hostility from the police, from the state, and from the government against the Accompong Maroons. And if it continues to be so, we over here on this channel will start talking out against it and turning on attention to it because this is wrong. I have seen the government, not just this one, but previous, they've met with these leaders. No problem. What is the problem between this government and the Accompong community? We want to know. Why don't we see any photographs like these with the current leaders of the Accompong Maroons? This is the previous chief. Message to Chief Currie. It's okay to be nice and courteous to every politician, whether it be the government side or the opposition side. As chief and as leader of the indigenous people of Accompong, you are not supposed to be showing any favoritism, or because you're not getting along with one party, you're supposed to be cozying up with another one. I'm just saying, it's okay to be courteous to all of them, but you must not be having any backdoor conversation, any backdoor promises and deals with these people, especially this one here, Mark Golding, who is illegitimate. Mark Golding, who bought PNP for $10 million. Mark Golding, who we now know is a dual citizen and is trying to keep Jamaica under the colonial order. Not wanting to renounce his citizenship, his father came to Jamaica as an agent, and I don't trust Mark Golding, none at all. I wouldn't be surprised he's sharing intelligence with the UK on the decolonization attempt that is happening in Jamaica. So be careful. Optics matter, and you do not want to be given the impression that you are aligning yourself with any political party. The Jamaica Labour Party is now in power, and it is important that they have dialogue with the Maroon community. Where they recently, when they had the Constitutional Reform Committee, I see people there representing JLP, people representing PNP, people representing umbrella churches, all kind of people, but there was no representative there from the Maroon community. That does not look good, because with the new constitutional reform, I think that the Maroons should be acknowledged, and that whatever was in the previous constitution regarding the indigenous people, it should be brought into the new one. So there is something very uncomfortable about the relationship between the government, or lack thereof, and the Accompong Maroons. I have a problem with that. And I want to see the government and the chief and his deputies meet and have dialogue. The only time I ever heard Andrew Holness give any acknowledgement to the indigenous community was during COVID, when he came out in anger against something that was either done or said in the Maroon community. In my view, I think Andrew Holness is still carrying feelings from when they did not get to do the mining, and there was pushback, protests, the demonstration at Parliament, and the delivery of that letter telling the Parliament that they must not mine the cockpit country. Andrew Holness, if that is true, there's nothing wrong with that. There should be no mining in the cockpit country, and you guys cannot redefine the cockpit country boundaries. That is wrong. Now, if you cannot be man enough and have dialogue with the people, acknowledge them and their sovereignty, then this will become an extended topic of discussion on this channel, and we will go back to where it all started, from the protests in 2019, which I was present for the very first one, against the government for the mining, because I come from a farming family in Jamaica, in the cockpit country, and the soil is very important to them because that is their livelihood and that is how they eat. So there should be no mining, and that is fine. But if it continues to be a hostile relationship, ignoring them as the police And the military, I mean, what kind of style that? Look here. Andrew Holness, I'm calling on Andrew Holness, Babsy Grange, and all our own in government to address this matter. The indigenous people are not squatters in a Jamaica. And they should be treated with respect and decency, just like how they treat the government. And as me say, the leaders and the deputies in a compound stop from cozy up with those people in the opposition, PNP, who are seeking political legitimacy. They are not a political movement. They are nothing but a little small cult trying to establish themselves as politicians, and they're not. They are not. They don't have what it takes. They don't have any decorum. They don't have any sense of decency. You all see the things that they do. You all see the deception of Mark Golding, hiding the fact that he had dual allegiance, lying and distorting the Constitution, saying that he is not in violation, when all lawyers, including P.J. Patterson, former PNP Prime Minister, said the Constitution is clear that you cannot and should not have dual allegiance as you're in the Parliament, let alone trying to lead the country. So they are nothing but deception. As for Andrew Holness and his administration, every Prime Minister before you have acknowledged and engaged their compound Maroon and the community. So tell the country, Andrew Holness, what is your problem with this current administration in a compound? What exactly is your problem? Because there seems to be a problem. What is it? Tell the country, because if you are going to be sidelining the indigenous people without reason, then we are going to have to start looking at you very different. We want to know what the hostility is about. We want to know why the ignoring of the people. It didn't start today or yesterday. It's been for years. I've watched it. As for the police, they're talking about theft of lumber. The only thieves that we see thief in the lumber and the mahogany are the people in from the forestry department. So how is it that the JCF can be posting and the local mainstream media can be posting Chief Currie as a person of interest, but they don't have any interest in those they see on video thief in the lumber? What is going on? Guys, make sure you're keeping it locked here to Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Make sure you're subscribed and you have your notification on. I'll catch you in the next video.